After writing 13 books, there are a few things that I wish someone had told me sooner. The lessons I'm going to share with you today aren't just about writing. They're about courage, they're about creativity, they're about standing for what you believe in. And I'm going to share with you how magic always happens when you follow your heart. Whether you're writing your first book or you have written many books already, there is something for you today. I'm Anne-Claire Meret, I'm a coach, I'm a writer. I also help people birth their books if ever they have something that they want to share with the world. Did you know that 9 out of 10 people wish to write a book, but actually only 1% of these people will actually do it and publish it? It's crazy when you think about it. I'm here to help you and go all the way. You have no idea who you're going to inspire when you will put your book out there. Lesson number 1, there's a momentum with ideas. Catch it. Ideas have energy, and when the door is open is actually the moment where we should make space. When we feel the spark, the rush, the aliveness, it's not for nothing. There is something there. Life is speaking through us. And if we wait too long, I feel that doubt starts to creep in. And writing a book is often about trusting that wave and writing it before the tide goes out. Let me give you an example. When I wrote my book, Millionaire from the Heart, I took a lot of notes before becoming a millionaire, on my journey to becoming a millionaire. And those notes I actually turned into an online program, which is the level 2 of my coaching training. And as I was taking a lot of notes, I was thinking, this does not belong to the program. This belongs to the book. And this belongs to the book, not to the program. And I had so many notes. And then I was able to birth the book. If I had waited to actually be a millionaire to write this book, I would have lost the momentum. You know what I mean? Writing about it afterwards is so much harder. Right now, I'm considering writing a book about love. I actually already wrote one in 2019, but I would like to update it. And as I met my boyfriend 2 years ago, I took some notes. I thought to myself, this would be a great chapter to actually better the first book. But then I stopped doing it and I don't have so many notes. So now, reflecting on everything that happened as I met my boyfriend, I thought, do I have enough material? Because there was a momentum at that time, but the momentum is gone now. I would be writing from another space. Is it still the time to do it? Well, I still don't have the answer, and I need to put myself to work to figure out if it is or not. But I do believe that when there is a momentum, we should be listening to it and follow the flow. I see us writers as vessels to let life flow through us and touch many hearts. Lesson number 2, accountability is everything. Yes, writing alone in your bubble is very romantic. I've done it myself in my very small chambre de bonne, which means very tiny shoebox in Paris. And I've done it also while traveling. For example, I went to Morocco for a whole month. But let me tell you, if you don't have someone keeping you accountable, you're going to turn in circle in your room, doubting your words. The truth is, we need structure and support. You need someone to remind you, you're not crazy, your story matters, and yes, your words touched me. I've published about 10 books with publishers, and those publishers would give me editors, and those editors would wait for me with deadlines, and that was so valuable. But not only that, I also had coaches. I also seek support with other writers to create accountability. And when I started to self-publish, I actually hired someone. Actually, I had 2 people. I had a very good friend of mine, which read the chapters first to let me know about the content. And then I hired someone in my team, so now I have someone in-house who helps me regarding all the self-published projects. And then in the second phase, I actually paid an editor, professional editor, to edit the book. So I had 3 people to keep me accountable on top of my coaches, like business coaches, which were also helping me unlock my resistance. And I consider myself being a very driven person. So I can only imagine when people are scattered and doubt themselves constantly. Give yourself the gift of a container that will actually help you go all the way to the finish line of your project. Lesson number 3, it doesn't have to be perfect to be powerful. Perfection really kills our creativity. And some of my best books are actually the ones that I stopped obsessing about. Done is better than perfect. Let me repeat that. Done is better than perfect. A book that's alive, raw, full of vitality will touch people, much more than one that's technically flawless but lacks soul. There is something very interesting about art and about our favorite painters and actors and singers and all those creators that we admire. They are perfectly themselves. They embrace their uniqueness. They are not perfect. But think about it for a moment. Whenever you're creating something, let's take a step back for a moment. Maybe you're like me, and whenever you're trying to create something, like right now I'm making this video, and I'm trying to have this video perfect so that my accent is understandable for everyone in the world. I'm trying to not forget any concepts which are really important for you, which will be very valuable to you as a writer. I'm trying to have a good light. I'm trying to have a good sound. I'm trying to have everything perfect for your experience. And even though, yes, it does serve the content, it is not more important than the content. And that I must remember every time I press play to record videos. And it's exactly the same thing when I write books and when you're going to write your books. Lesson number 4. Know when to stop editing. Yes, there is always one more sentence that you could tweak, but there is a moment where you must be able to say, I'm done. Over-editing can suck the soul out of your book. I also recommend you to write from scratch, from a place of experience, from a place of passion, from a place of, that's what I really want to share with the world. And then be curious about what other people have written about this topic, because it's also interesting to seek inspiration. But don't do that too early on. And then, when you see what others have done, you might want to add things and you might want to remove things, and that's totally fine. And then acknowledge that this is actually what you really wanted to keep. Less is more. And I would say that the book is finished when there is nothing that you would like to remove. Which leads me to lesson 5. People don't want everything. They want what matters most. And they're going to choose you because you actually picked what's truly important to your eyes. You're not writing an encyclopedia, and your job is not to say everything. It is to say what is the most important to you. Help them focus in a world full of distraction. Choose what matters. If they choose to pick your book and to spend time, to dedicate time to read your book, it's for a reason. Because you have some kind of expertise or experience that makes them choose you. You're going to make them save time because of what you picked. Acknowledge that, embrace that, and really go all in with your bold choices. I'm going to share another personal experience. I wrote a book called Naturopathy for Dummies. You know, the black and yellow books for dummies. I am a naturopath, and I was a young naturopath when I was offered this book. And I really wanted the readers to understand all about natural health and natural remedies and everything. And I noticed that the book started to become really, really, really big. And I had to decide at some point that no, I didn't need so many recipes of remedies, because naturopathy is actually all about the pillars of natural health, which is how to sleep well, how to find the perfect diet for you, which is also going to evolve with time, but how to understand the response of your digestive system, how to detox properly, and how to have a good emotional balance. But that was not the essence of what I wanted to share. I wanted to tell the readers, you too can become your own holistic doctor, and you got this. I think I did a pretty good job because the book became a bestseller, and to that day we still sell thousands per year. Next lesson. Be curious about the doors that will open for you as a writer. Writing a book is never just about the book. It's about the process of becoming who you are while writing the book, and it's about everything that's going to happen around the book. Unexpected opportunities, deep conversations, new path. Let yourself be open to surprises. When I wrote my first book, I thought it would be a great hit. It was a success, but it was not the career success that I was expecting. And as an introvert, for me, it was a really big deal. And yes, it was a challenge, but it was also one of the greatest opportunities of my life. Because I had to learn how to speak from a place of love and not from a place of fear. And I had to learn how to create a connection with the public so that I could actually share a message which was greater than me. And look at me today. I still consider myself as an introvert, but I'm able to speak to you today through the camera and transmit a message. And hopefully it will land in your heart. Writing books also really helped me be clear with my words. Because I didn't want to make any mistakes, which would be written for a very long time in printed books, I had to weight my words. And I had to think, really, is this what I want to say? Okay, yeah, I like the way I say it here more than the way I wrote it before. So I'm going to keep this one. And because I had this editing process for my books, I became clearer and clearer while speaking my message out loud when meeting people. And this is so valuable. Writing books also helped me because I went deeper into what I really wanted to share. And in a world of reels and shorts and all those shorts formats, let me tell you, going deep into something makes a whole difference. And people can feel it when you spend time doing research, having experiences, and writing about them. It really feels deeper. And don't underestimate the opportunities that will be created thanks to that. I thought I would only be a writer and a naturopath, but then as I let my creativity unfold, something else happened. I started to feel that I could create some offers around the topics which were my favorites and that the people were more responsive to. So then I started to create online programs and group coaching, and my company really started to take off. And I did not expect to create such a big business and become a millionaire thanks to my company. And thank God I was curious about what else was possible for me in this life. But I am the living proof that when you let your journey unfold with an open heart and an open mind, and that you have curiosity about what's possible, the magic happens. And I do believe that when I do one step, life will do 10 more steps to show me, oh, okay, this is where you want to go. I'm going to support you, and so many things will happen for you. Just go for it. So you might not become the most successful writer, but maybe thanks to your books, you're going to open new doors and your life will transform in magnificent ways. You will only know if and when you write it. You think that what you want to say has already been shared? You might be right, but it has not been said by you. Your voice, your story, your life experience, your vibration will make a difference. You never know who you're going to inspire. Someone out there is waiting for your version. So don't hold it back. It's crazy when you think about it. Many people have similar ideas in the world, but they can't touch every soul. Just like myself, I want to help people to live from the heart every single day. And I want to help them expand and be creative with their lives. And I want to help them be abundant while doing that. Can you imagine how many people I can touch in this lifetime? Maybe thousands, maybe eventually hundreds of thousands. But I need so many other people like me to see the world transform in the way I would like to see it transform. So don't view the other writers who are writing books on the similar topics as competitors. See them as allies. Together, you're going to make a difference because together you're going to touch more people. Also, I would like to add that I've learned something from my publishers. They were always happy when other publishers were deciding to publish similar topics because it meant that in the bookstores, they would then know that this topic is a trend and they would create corners with different books. So it means more visibility for your book. Think about it next time that you think that everything has already been written and that the topic has already been covered enough. If you'd like more tips, I've recorded a free video that you can access down below clicking on the link. I'm going to ask you valuable questions and help you move forward with your project. I believe in you and I know that you can do it. And I look forward to celebrate your writing projects. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Put a comment below if you'd like me to cover other topics. See you in the next one.